Welcome to the live. I'm Rob. I go live 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Bring you some news, entertainment, sarcasm, all that good stuff. Dave Grohl, big announcement on Instagram. Instagram, man, that's where it's really at lately. I'm not on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. It used to be all over Twitter. Now it's Instagram. In fact, looking for the stuff on Twitter, kind of hardly find it. Twitter used to have the pulse of whatever was going viral that day. It's really lost it. I don't know what happened. Elon Musk took over and just fired everyone. Anyways, Dave Grohl, big announcement that he fathered a baby outside of his marriage, cheated on his wife. Ballsy of him to come out and for Dave Grohl to come out on Instagram and write a post about it. That'd be the last thing I would be doing, but okay. I guess he's trying to get ahead of it. I don't know. You figure he should be having some talks with his family. Still married, Dave Grohl, having a baby with some rando. I'm sure we'll find out who it is soon enough. I'm sure TMZ is all over finding out who's giving birth to Dave Grohl's new baby. Congrats, Dave Grohl, dad again. Weird. Anyways, what would Kurt think? I don't know. It's a good question. I don't think it's none of our business. But Dave, you're putting it on Instagram. I wanted to talk about it. I wouldn't have put it on Instagram, man. Just keep it private. Tell the paparazzis to piss off. You know, this is obviously a very personal issue. Having a baby with some rando when you're married. I don't know. Anyways, Taylor Swift. The real news today is the debate was last night, and why didn't Kamala Harris, why didn't they tell her, like, when Trump says some weird stuff, call him weird? She could have killed it. I only watched like 3 minutes of it on YouTube today. But man, at one point, Trump started going off about how immigrants in small towns are eating people's dogs and cats and eating their pets. And Kamala Harris, whatever her name is, Miss Harris, if you're a voter, if Miss Harris, if you're in her district attorney region where she can prosecute you, Miss Harris took that opportunity to talk about how Republicans even support her. Well, I was like, you just lost the debate with that shit, being like, Dick Cheney even likes me. Like, that's not a brag. You're making it work. Like, Trump just went full on old guy yelling at the clouds, weird, saying immigrants are taking over small towns and stealing people's pets to eat them. And you didn't just turn, laugh, and go, what a weirdo. I mean, Jesus, who is coaching Kamala Harris? Miss Harris, if you're in her prosecutional district. Attorney Harris. I don't understand how she didn't laugh. Sunlies. I don't know. Sunlies. Cool name. I can't see your avatar. What's up? But I don't understand how Harris, during that debate, and again, I don't want to talk too much about it because it's just nonsense. It's just two really rich people trying to tell us what they think we want us to hear. But it's like when Elon Musk talks about the housing crisis. I'm like, this guy doesn't know the fucking cost of bread. What's he going to say about the housing crisis? I seen him on Twitter complaining like, oh, if Kamala Harris is elected, they're not going to build any more housing, not going to solve the housing crisis. I'm like, you dodos, the housing crisis isn't about building more houses. It's that it's too expensive. There's 26 million empty homes. There's one empty home for every, or there's one homeless person for every 26 empty homes. Like, there are a ton of homes. It's Airbnb. It's these vacation rentals, it's landlords, it's the price of renting. It's decimated the market. It's not we need more homes. This is how you know, like, people that are too rich, that don't even food shop for themselves, should not be handling these fucking issues. You from Norfolk? No, are you? YMX. Sorry, it's small. I don't know what YMX is. So anyways, I just don't like Kamala Harris. Big swing and a whiff. Big whiffer. We used to say that in the 90s at Little League games. Big whiffer. When I played Little League, I wasn't an adult in the 90s going to Little League games yelling big whiffer. Come on. Or was I? Taylor Swift. We're going to talk about her, I promise. But I do this live to touch upon some of the news. And some of the news is Dave Grohl announcing that he had a child out of wedlock on Instagram. Weird announcement, Dave. Again, very weird, like so odd. Okay. Like, do people congratulate you on Instagram for that? He's like, hey, I cheated on my wife. My 3 kids probably hate me. I got to hire a divorce lawyer, but I'm going to be a dad to this new kid that I'm having. Fucking weird, Dave. How do I feel about U.S., Canada, Europe being invaded by... Jesus. You means X? No, I call it Twitter, Sunlies. I call it Twitter. I was there when it was Twitter. And I'll watch it die as Twitter. Well, what I think, Judar Atlas, is that people aren't invading small towns to eat people's pets, okay? And that's what Trump said. And he should have... And Miss Harris, again, if you're in a prosecutional district, you call her Miss Harris. My good God, she should have just turned, laughed, and said, you're a weirdo. It's not X now. Nobody calls it X. Everybody calls it Twitter. Mad attacks. It's just weird. But Taylor Swift, right? Taylor Swift, at the debate, she came out, again, on Instagram, just like Dave Grohl's baby announcement. Came out, long post. Picture with her with a cat. And she even signed it. Taylor Swift, single cat lady. Single childless cat lady, which was hilarious. Great troll. And she made this big long announcement, and she addressed the AI, the fake AI, the deep fakes of Taylor, saying like she's a Swiftie for Trump and all that. She addressed that, but she also said, as a voter, I want to be transparent. I'm going to vote for Harris, which I thought was great. For me, it's irregardless of whether or not you support them. I think celebrities should use their influence. They should use, their voice, their power. And to all those people who are on the right that are going to get butthurt and say, she should just stick to music or whatever it is. How come you don't say that when Kid Rock is, doing the RNC and telling people to vote for Trump? How come you don't do that when Ted Nugent is, trying to get a couple more minutes of fame on Fox News or whatever? It's like they don't do it because if you're sitting there going, Kid Rock, shut up, go play ball with the ball and do not talk about politics, then I'm okay with you sticking to your guns and having some kind of moral character, some barometer, some character, But if you're not doing it with Kid Rock and you're hailing Kid Rock and whoever else, I don't know, Ted Nugent, again, those are the only 2 people I can name. I mean, they're very vocal about supporting Trump and if you do it for people like that, or like Rusty Rockets, old Russell Brand, that right-wing grifter, he used to be like a semi-decent human, and now he's just absolute human garbage. He's a human dumpster fire. But if you don't do that for the Kid Rocks, the Ted Nugents, you shouldn't be doing it for Taylor Swift. Let's just clear that up. And I don't care if Kid Rock does it. I don't care if old cat scratch fever Uncle Ted does it. I don't care. I think if you're an American, this is my take, if you're an American, you should have some kind of opinion on politics. I know people, and usually the people who like to say don't talk politics are the ones who don't want you to have any kind of power in the decision making. They want you to just be quiet and stay out of it. And if people tell you that in your daily life, like, oh, don't talk politics, everything's politics. What they're saying is like, hey, don't take part in the system that we have here. We don't want you to have a say in what laws get passed. That's what they're telling you. So I think everyone and anyone, and that's why I said with Taylor Swift, they were specifically targeting her. They were doing deep fakes of her and her fans to say, hey, we vote for these people. We're on the right. And Taylor's not, like, very clearly. And she came out last night again on Instagram, link down in the description. Drew, I am a Swiftie. I mean, I'm not like a hardcore Swiftie, but is that a troll, an insult? Is that a compliment? I don't get it, Drew. Drew, if you're going to swing a little bit better than that. Big whiffa, Drew. Big whiffa, kid. Come on, people. If you're going to try to make fun of someone, don't call them a Taylor Swift fan. I think like 1 in 2 Americans is a Taylor Swift fan. Jesus Christ, man. Get creative. It's the problem with you right wingers. All your creativity goes to like the nonsense of like, immigrants are stealing pets and eating them, which is hilarious. Like, that is funny. That is funny. That's why Ms. Harris, again, if you're in her prosecutional district, Ms. Harris should have just laughed and called him weird. Oh, Drew, it's a statement. Poor you, buddy. I know you're here because you probably don't have IRL friends, but I welcome you. Hit subscribe, hit that notification bell. I welcome all the trolls. Come one, come all. As long as you're not racist, misogynist, homophobic, or anything like that. If you are, get the fuck out. Peace. Go have fun in your basement. If you even have a basement anymore. Basements are hard to come by, man. Oh, so I'm stoked. I'm stoked that Taylor Swift spoke out, addressed it, because I think, you know, if somebody's lying about you, I think it's your duty to clear the air. And she even said that in her Instagram post. And again, if you're upset at Taylor Swift, I haven't read this, I haven't searched it out, but if you're upset, if people are, you know, clapping back that Taylor Swift is getting into politics, if you're an American, you need to be involved in politics. Politics shape your everyday. They shape the laws in this country. They shape everything. They are supposed to be representatives for the people. We are the people. So you need to have some kind of insight, some opinion. Whether or not I agree with you or not, you need to have that opinion. You should form it, shape it as soon as you can, discuss it with other people, have conversations. I mean, that is the realness of it. And that's why I welcome all the people like Drew, who's, you know, just trying to troll, just upset that I'm saying things that he doesn't agree with and doesn't know how to vocalize it. But I like the conversation, and I would welcome any conversation too. I'm not scared to be wrong, folks. I'm old. I know how many wrong times you can be in your life. Even saying that, I was wrong. How many times you can be wrong in your life. See? We all make mistakes. Ah. That's the funniest thing is like right-wingers are terrified to make a mistake. They always have to be wherever the fucking the crowd needs them to be. It's all right, man. We can all be wrong. We're going to be wrong many times today, tomorrow, over a lifetime. I believe the average person is wrong 1 billion times in their life. Don't quote me on that, but MIT, do a study on it. So good for you, Taylor. Good for you speaking out, doing the single cat lady, childless cat lady troll Instagram post. Brilliant, brilliant. And again, you know, if you haven't been telling Kid Rock to shut up, Ted Nugent to shut up about politics, don't you dare start, you know, being a hypocrite and telling Taylor to be quiet just because you don't just because you don't agree with her, because that is the definition of being a snowflake needing a safe space. If somebody says something that you can't handle and you need them to be quiet because their opinions are upsetting you, then you might need to look at who's really offended here. And that's why I think it's good that whoever's speaking out, you know, if you're an American, again, if you're just making money here and you go somewhere else, then I don't know what to tell you. Don't have an opinion. But these laws, these politicians that take the money from the corporations and the CEOs and the lobbyists to shape the laws, oh yes, we need to have an opinion, folks. So yeah, good for T Swift. Good for T Swift, standing up for it. I think it's important. I hope she, you know, helps other artists, maybe up and coming, to see that, like, you know, that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. It's bold. But again, like I say, if you're going to be a fence sitter, we know what that means. You got nothing in that fence sitting region. So don't sit on a fence. All right. That's today's live. I just want to do a brief, quick little hit. The debate last night still, I'm going to watch a little more. Well, I don't even know if I'm going to watch it a little more. It's just a couple of liars standing there again, trying to tell people what they think they want people want to hear. And neither of them know. Like, if either, that should have been the question last night. How much is a gallon of gas, Miss Harris? How much is a loaf of bread, Trump? You can't answer that. You shouldn't be able to run for politics, because that's the fucking stuff people know. And that's what we need to be figuring out. So, go green. Save the earth. Save the planet. Good on you, T Swift. Good on you. Big shout out to Taylor Swift today for doing that. Funny. She did it comedically, well, too. That was rad. So yeah, Drew, I'm a Swiftie. Though a real Swiftie might call me out. I don't know this stuff. I know like the old, I remember when Taylor Swift was country. That's how long I've known Taylor Swift, okay? When she was singing about my daddy with that twang in her accent. She lost that twang real quick as soon as she figured that pop money could come in. Cha-ching! All right. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell so you could join up, just like Sunrise and Drew. When I go live every day of every weekday. The debate was trash, to be honest. 3 versus 1. The moderators avoiding what people really want to know because Kamala didn't answer. Yeah, Miss Harris, again, if you're in her prosecution district, you call her Miss Harris. She didn't answer questions. Trump just like, he was talking about people eating pets. God knows what. I mean, I can't believe that was a presidential debate. One dude's like, pets are being stolen and eaten. Like, am I on an episode of Black Mirror? What is going on? Jesus. Just the debate. And that's the other thing. Like, David Muir, bro, hold people to it. When they go off topic, David, you go, I'm going to stop you right there, answer the question. That's what we need. But again, this is a huge mainstream media talking puppet who isn't going to, nail anybody down for answering questions. He's just going to let it fly and just go on. I mean, it's all a joke. It's all a joke, Blast Phantom Games. Cool name. It's all a joke. It's all the dog and pony show because you know who's running this? The corporations, the landlords of our country. They run it all. It's just the dog and pony show. They don't care what they're doing in Springfield. That's an entirely searchable thing. David Muir already brought that up. I'm not going to entertain this people eating pets, all right? But good on you if that's what you think is the biggest problem in this country. Because that's what a presidential candidate was like. I'm concerned about pets getting stolen and being eaten. Like, God blast Phantom Games. I'm going to give an old colloquialism from the South. Bless your heart. If you think that's like a fucking priority in America right now, that pets are stolen and getting eaten. If you think that should even be on a president's radar, if you don't think that's textbook fear-mongering, and you think like, no, I'm very concerned about the dogs in my community. That's like the real issue of today. The dogs and cats being eaten and stolen. Then I want to live where you live because it sounds like fucking make-believe land. It sounds like money don't exist. Everything's cool and kosher. Food prices are great. Gas is fine. It sounds like that. Because if you think that isn't textbook 101 fear-mongering to get people to fucking distracted from what's really going on, then I don't know what to say, man. Because that shouldn't be on no president's radar. Any president that's like, I'm concerned that your pets are being taken and eaten. I'd be like, fuck are you talking about, man? You know how much rent is? So, there we go. That's my opinion. Just my opinion. If you don't like it and you get upset, then maybe you need a safe space. And if you can have a discussion about it, then welcome to the club. I appreciate everybody who has hit subscribe and the notification bell. I really do. I truly mean it. I'm chasing Philly DeFranco. He's the biggest newsmentary channel on YouTube. He's got 7 million subs. I'm almost at 1,500, so we're getting there. So I couldn't do it without you. So thank you for everybody who has subscribed. Hit the notification bell so you could join me just like Blast Phantom Games did. All right. Peace.